Hey, fabulous listeners, it's Elliot Bright with the Gaily News, your daily dose of LGBTQ stories that celebrate who we are, where we've been, and where we're headed. It's March 28th, 2026, and the last 24 hours brought us a beautiful blend of art, advocacy, and quiet breakthroughs. We've got 3 from the USA and 2 international. Let's get into it. First, folk punk icon Ani DeFranco stopped in Evanston as part of her book tour, invoking the spirit of Ani in a warm, reflective evening. The longtime activist and musician shared stories from her career, her evolution as an artist, and how she continues to weave queer and feminist themes into her work. Fans left the event feeling inspired and recharged, many noting how DeFranco's unapologetic voice has helped shape generations of queer artists. It was a reminder that some voices don't just age, they deepen and continue to matter. Next, a trans composer's journey in faith is touching hearts in a new feature. The artist opened up about balancing their identity with their spirituality, using music as the bridge between the two. They described how creating sacred music as a trans person has become both an act of healing and resistance. The story highlights how queer people of faith are carving out space for themselves in traditions that haven't always made room for them, and how art can be a powerful form of prayer and protest at the same time. Then, the Palm Springs Book Fest by Outspoken is making its debut this weekend with a lineup full of queer author conversations, panels, and community gatherings. Organizers say the festival was created to give LGBTQ writers a dedicated platform to connect with readers in a celebratory atmosphere. Early buzz is strong, with attendees praising the intimate setting and the chance to engage directly with authors whose work reflects their lives. It's another example of our community building the cultural spaces we need when mainstream venues fall short. Internationally, Japan's Supreme Court has agreed to hear a landmark case on marriage equality. The decision to take up the issue marks a significant step forward in a country where same-sex marriage is still not legally recognized. Advocates are hopeful that this could lead to meaningful change, while also acknowledging the long road ahead. For many LGBTQ people in Japan, today's announcement brings cautious optimism and renewed energy to the fight for full equality. And in Nigeria, a new report shines a harsh light on how anti-gay laws are being weaponized for extortion and violence. The investigation reveals how both police and criminals use the country's harsh legislation to target, blackmail, and harm LGBTQ Nigerians. Survivors shared heartbreaking accounts of lost livelihoods, safety, and peace of mind. The story is a sobering reminder of how legal discrimination creates dangerous, real-world consequences for queer people trying to live openly. That's today's lineup, darlings. A folk icon sharing wisdom on tour, a trans composer finding harmony between faith and identity, a new book festival celebrating queer voices, Japan taking a step toward marriage equality, and the devastating human cost of anti-gay laws in Nigeria. These stories show our community in all its dimensions, creating art, building spaces, fighting for rights, and simply trying to live with dignity. Thank you for spending this time with me on the Gaily News. I'm grateful you're here, tuning in and staying connected. I'll be back tomorrow with whatever the next 24 hours bring. Until then, keep creating, keep questioning, keep showing up as your full self, and keep holding space for one another. Stay radiant.